Welcome all. Today I'll be discussing the exercise problem 9.12, 13 and 14 of the chapter Mechanical Properties of Solid. So let's get started. So the 9.12 problem says compute the bulk modulus of water from the following data. So what we have to find is bulk modulus of water, that is denoted by K for water. Okay, that is what we have to find. So what quantities are given is the pressure increase. Okay, starting initially they are given the initial volume. So let's write. So I'll write it as VI. Initial volume is given as 100 liter. Okay, the pressure increase. Okay, the pressure increase means nothing but delta P or the change in pressure. Okay, so it is 100 atm atmosphere. And they have also mentioned that 1 atmosphere is 1.013 times 10 raised to 5 pascals. Okay, so 100 atm will be 100 times 1.013 times 10 raised to 5 pascals. That is delta P or the change in pressure in SI units. Okay. Next is final volume. So final volume is also given, that is VF, which is 100.5 liter. Okay. Now they've asked us also to compute the bulk modulus of water as well as compare. Okay. Compare the bulk modulus of water with that of air. Okay. Compare bulk modulus of water with that of bulk modulus of air at constant pressure and explain in simple terms why the ratio is so large. Okay, so first let us find the so bulk modulus was related to change in volume, right? So bulk modulus is nothing but volume stress divided by volume strain, right? So volume stress, we write it as force by area, and which can also be written in terms of pressure, right? Change in pressure. Okay, and volume strain is change in volume divided by the original volume. Now here, make a note and understand it that when there is change in volume, okay, or when there is change in the volume and due to pressure, when we are applying pressure on some object and there is change in volume, okay, so this volume change will be negative. Okay, and so this quantity of this strain will be negative. Okay, and if this quantity is negative, the bulk modulus will in turn be negative. Okay, so to avoid, because bulk modulus is a positive quantity, so to avoid the negative sign and that negative sign of the bulk modulus, we input a negative sign to this formula. Okay, so that the bulk modulus given is positive quantity and the decrease in volume due to change in pressure, okay, that sign is managed or compensated by this negative sign. Okay, and due to change in pressure. Okay, just take the mod of the formula and calculate the further things, right? So now let's calculate the bulk modulus of water. So change in pressure is given, okay, and delta V, that is change in volume, is not given, right? We have been given the initial volume and the final volume. So change in volume, what is change in volume? It is the difference between final and the initial volume. Okay, what is the final volume? It is 100.5 liters minus V initial is 100 liters, right? So the change in volume will be difference between the final volume and initial volume, which is 0.5 liters. That is delta V. Okay, now let's see what is bulk modulus. So bulk modulus will be what is change in pressure, that is given as 100 times 1.013 into 10 raised to 5 pascals divided by, now what is change in volume? Change in volume is 0.5 liters, right? So it is 0.5 divided by the original volume, that is V, right? So original volume is nothing but the initial volume, 100 liters. So both are in liters. Okay, so rearranging, I'll put this 100 up. 100 into 1.013 times 10 raised to 5 into 100 upon 0.5. Okay, so after calculation it's pretty easy, so you can get the value of 0.02 2.02 into 10 raised to 9. Okay, and this unit will be in Pascal because the strain is unitless quantity and bulk modulus will be same as the unit of pressure. So bulk modulus for water is given as 2.02 into 10 raised to 9 Pascal. Okay, now from the table that is given in the textbook, you understand that bulk modulus of air is 1.013 times 10 raised to 5 Pascal. Okay, so you can see bulk modulus of water is far more greater than bulk modulus of air. So they have also asked us to compare it. Okay, so comparing, what do they mean by comparing is finding the ratio. Okay, so that there is a scale of comparison between both of them. Okay, so for comparing I'll write bulk modulus of water divided by bulk modulus of air. Okay, what is bulk modulus of water? 2.02 into 10 raised to 9 Pascal divided by 1.013 into 10 raised to 5 Pascals. Okay, so it's nearly equal to 2 times 10 raised to 4 Pascal. Okay, so you can see this is the factor by which bulk modulus of water is greater than bulk modulus of air. That is a large value, that is 2 into 10 raised to 4, that is 20,000, right? So by that quantity, bulk modulus of water is greater than bulk modulus of air. Okay, so let's now think why, what will be the reason that bulk modulus of water will be greater than that of air. So as we know that the air is highly compressible compared to water, right? So air is highly compressible, and what does this bulk modulus indicate? Bulk modulus indicate the resistance offered by the body or the substance, resistance for undergoing compression, how much it can resist compression. Okay, and because you can see water, air is more compressible than water, so it's clear that water is resisting more. Okay, so hence because water is resisting more, so the bulk modulus of water will be obviously greater than bulk modulus of air. Okay, what does that mean? That air is highly compressible and water is highly resistant to compression. Okay, that is what it means. So let's discuss the next problem, that is 9.30. What is the density of water at depth? Okay, so what we have asked is density of water at depth. Okay, what is density of water at depth where pressure is? So pressure is given as 80 atmosphere, given that its density at surface. So density at surface is given as 1.03 times 10 raised to 3. It's 10 raised to 3. Okay, 10 raised to 3 kg per meter cube. Density of surface at surface is given, and from the table you know that the bulk modulus of water is 2.2 times 10 raised to 9 Pascals. Okay, that is given in the table of the textbook, so you don't need to remember it. So what we have to find is the density of water at the depth, right? So let's see how the formula goes. So first it is related to bulk modulus, because there is a change in pressure. So let's see what is the bulk modulus formula. It is volume, strain, stress divided by volume, strain. Okay, so volume stress can be written directly as the change in pressure. Okay, and volume strain is delta V by V. Now I am taking the modulus of the formula, so no need to worry about the negative side. Okay, so we know the pressure, okay, and we know the bulk modulus also. So change in volume and volume is not there, and relating to volume we can calculate the density, right? Because what is the formula of density? It is mass by volume. Okay, so let's see how we can connect it. So the bulk modulus formula is written and the density formula is mass by volume. So at the surface it will be mass divided by volume. So volume at the surface, the mass will remain the same obviously. So, and density at the bottom or the depth is mass divided by volume at the depth, right? So let's take the ratio of both. So mass at the surface divided by density at the surface divided by density at the depth is mass divided by volume at surface, mass divided by volume of depth. Okay, so which can be written as density at surface, density at depth is equal to volume at depth and volume at surface, right? That is the formula. Okay, so the surface volume can be written as like initial volume, which is at the surface is V initial, and the final can be written as V final, that is Vf. Okay, so let's see if we can find this. So directly now we'll go to this formula. So from here, delta V by V is delta P by K. Okay, so pressure, now we have to note this, like the change in pressure is what we need in the formula, right? And what is given in the question is the like in the problem is that the at the depth the pressure is 80. So at the surface the pressure is, as we know, it is 1 atmosphere, right? Pressure at the surface of the water, pressure at the surface of the water is 1 atmosphere, and pressure as depth in the depth is given at 80. Okay, so delta P is the final minus initial, or P in the depth minus P at the surface, right? So it will be 80 minus 1, that is 70 atmospheres. Okay, but 70 atmosphere return in terms of in pascals is delta P is 70 times 1.013 into 10 raised to 5 pascals. Okay, that is delta P. Okay, now we have to see, make a note that V, that is V initial is Vi, and V final or the change is Vf minus Vi, right? And this is delta P and K we know. Okay, so if I divide by Vi, the V initial in the LHS, I get Vf by Vi minus 1 equal to delta P by K, right? So Vf by Vi equal to delta P by K plus 1. Okay, so if I know this ratio, I can substitute in this formula relating the densities and know the value of density at the depth, right? So let's calculate this. So delta P is 70 into 1.013 times 10 raised to 5 pascals divided by bulk modulus of water is 2.2 into 10 raised to 9 pascals plus 1. Okay, so after calculation, after substitution, we get Vf minus Vi, the quantity value as 0.996. Okay, so this I am going to substitute into the relation of density. So rho S divided by rho D, that is density at surface divided by density at depth, is Vf by Vi, which is 0.996, right? And density of surface is known, so density at depth can be calculated, right? So I'll take it on that side. So density is density at surface divided by 0.996, which is nothing but 1.03 into 10 raised to 3 kg per meter cube divided by 0.996. Okay, so density at the depth. Okay, so density at the depth can be calculated by this simple calculation, and the value is 1.034 times 10 raised to 3 kg per meter cube. Okay, so that's easy sum. So we are just using the concept of bulk modulus and density, and we can calculate the density at the depth. Okay, so in the calculation, if you are finding any difficulty or any problems, you can write down in the comment section, and if you are insisted to do log calculation also, and you need a video on that. So feel free to write in the comment section, and we'll make a video to help you do the log calculation as well. So let's do the next problem, that is 9.14. So what it says is the compute the fractional change in volume of a glass slab. So what does fractional change means? So we have to find the fractional change in volume, that is delta V by V. That is change in volume divided by the original volume is fractional change. Okay. So what we have to compute the fractional change in volume of a glass slab when it is subjected to hydraulic pressure of, so pressure is given delta P as 10 atmosphere, okay, of a glass slab, and we have to calculate the fractional change of the volume in the glass slab. Okay, so it's like very easy formula. So we know the bulk modulus of glass is given like in the table of the textbook. So it is given as 37 into 10 raised to 9 pascals. Okay, so the formula is bulk modulus is delta P by change in volume divided by the original volume. So I'm not considering the negative sign, I'm just taking the mod of the formula. Okay, so there should be no confusion, so I'm just not considering the negative sign. Okay, so it is delta P times V upon change in volume delta V, right? So I need not shift this. Okay, so I have to find this quantity directly, so I'll shift it in the LHS. Delta V by V is change in pressure divided by the bulk modulus K. Change in pressure, now it is given in atmosphere, we'll convert it into Pascal by multiplying it by the standard pressure. Okay, so it's 10 atmosphere into 1.013 into 10 raised to 5, converting into Pascal. Okay, so and bulk modulus is given as 37 into 10 raised to 9 Pascal. Okay, so when we do this, the division, so delta V by V, okay, or the fractional change is given as 2.73 times 10 raised to minus 5. This is the answer. So it is obviously change in volume divided by the original volume. Both the units are same, so this will be a unitless quantity as it is nothing but the volume stream. Okay, so this was the answer. It was like direct, like easy, just a substitution of the values. Okay, if you are able to understand the problems explained in the video, do hit that like button and also share it with your friends. If you have any doubts related to these problems, please ask in the comment below.